Hi everybody, it's Nikolai again, day 2 of the IFX Expo in Dubai. I'm here at the Tools for Brokers booth with Baiana Kashaeva. Thank you for the invite and opportunity to speak with you today.
Thank you, likewise.
I guess my first question is, what's your impression? It's day 2, right, of the show. Kind of what are your thoughts? This is the first time in 2 years that we're able to speak to each other sort of face to face and stuff like that.
It's actually been like 1.5 or maybe even 2 years since we attended the previous expo, which was held in London. It was 2019, so I think people really missed the opportunity to see each other, to meet and interact in person, because okay, we can operate online, we can have these Zoom calls, and I think that with Zoom calls we became a little bit closer to each other.
Right.
But yes, it's good tonight to see people, and I think it's really busy, really productive, and in Dubai, they haven't been in like lockdown for a lot of time, so the business was operating. So I see a lot of new brokers here, which is good for all of us.
Of course.
So it's really nice to be here.
Yes, actually, the 2018 Magnets London Summit is also the last event that I remember. I'm like, I miss those kind of things.
Yeah.
It's definitely wonderful to be back. So let's talk markets. Volatility is a big topic right now with everything that's going on. I mean, even yesterday, I'm sure you've seen with crypto getting a lot of attention. Can you talk about some of the benefits or things in favor of your crypto liquidity bridge tool for brokers provides?
So I think that like the main aspect here, the main point here would be is that we were focusing on like providing different assets trading through our bridge, because the forex market is evolving. It's not only fixed and CFD anymore. Like more assets were added to the portfolio of the brokerage in the past year. People were trying to save money and invest. So I think that it's important to integrate the crypto offering into the brokerage offering nowadays, and not as a CFD trading, marginal trading. And this is why we actually integrated the spot trading with a couple of liquidity providers.
I see.
M24 doesn't really support it due to technical reasons, but with M25 you can get their spot trading if you have access to several liquidity sources, the crypto exchanges.
Sure.
So our bridge supports that, and that was the primary focus for us ever since we started with looking and digging deeper to the liquidity offering.
Yeah, I see. And obviously, there's this phenomenon of, they call it social trading, they call it meme trading or meme trading or something like that. Obviously, we've seen the big sort of volatility events earlier this year on the equities markets and commodities markets and stuff like that. Kind of what are your thoughts on that in terms of, is that something that you think is going to continue in the long run, and sort of should brokers expect that those kind of situations may happen in the future, and they should be prepared to basically ensure or provide as best of a service as possible to basically make sure that their clients can continue to trade during such events?
Yeah, of course. I think that the pandemic learned us that we need to be prepared for any type of events, and I think that it's going to affect the trading, the market experience through extending the trading hours, adding more different assets. Because from my personal experience, I looked at my friends, a lot of friends from the industry, those who were not involved in the trading, they looked to the market because they had more time, even though, I mean, I had more time, but my working hours actually increased, so
I understand.
I was talking a lot with the industry experts a lot, and from what I see, it's I think they are going to invest and consider the trading as something that's not a gambling anymore.
Right.
And I think that was the biggest change, because a lot of inexperienced and uneducated, not even traders, but people looked at the market in order to save money or to, trying to
or saw an opportunity of some sort. Right.
I saw it everywhere, and I think that for the brokers, they should use this opportunity in order to educate, to provide like proper educations, because this is the future. This is the new clients who is starting to, just trying to enter in the market, and we need to provide them resources to become, if not professional, but at least educated and well aware of what this market can provide and what are the opportunities lay before them.
Well, and given the sort of the demand for trading across the whole spectrum, right? Like you mentioned, the demographics of some of these people that have entered the markets and began trading is they come from all corners of the world and all types of experience levels, and they're always looking for something new, something cool, whatever. I heard that you guys have launched or are testing sort of a weekend trading service. Could you tell us a little bit more about that? Because I come from the traditional OTC Forex background. For me, it's 5 p.m. Sunday, 5 p.m. Friday, sort of, can you give us some insights as to how does this service work and what it entails, and kind of if the customer is going to be trading such products, what kind of products are these going to be?
So I actually, as I said, my working hours has increased within the pandemic. I didn't really have opportunity to look at the markets and to trade, invest within the weekdays. So the only opportunity I personally had was the weekend, because we were in lockdown in Cyprus for many months, and we were staying at home. And I think that it's a natural evolution, the growth, and something that the market will come to, whether we want it or not. We have successful experience and example of the crypto trading at the weekend, and we can see that the volatility, high peaks shows that the volatility is higher sometimes at the weekends rather than the weekdays.
I see.
Yeah, if you look at their charts, because again, people have time. They still, like in many countries, they keep working from home, and this is why we need to come from the traditional experience and expand the trading hours.
I see.
And I think this is going to be the future. This is going to be the market standards. And maybe some companies are I see a lot of requests to that. Clients are asking for a fixed assets as of now. They already have ability to trade the crypto assets, but liquidity providers and other companies, they are going to, invest to this area more and more, because they would have to have people to support the weekend trading. We already have 24/7 support, because we know that we have clients trading at the weekend. So this is the future. This is where the market will go.
Do you think personally that at some point in the future we'll get to 24/7?
I think so. Not in a short period of time, because changes, they usually take a lot of time for the market, for the industry to adapt, especially for the brokers on the different levels in the different countries based on their clientele. So in a matter of, 5 years, something like that, this can happen.
That would be pretty cool, I think, right? If that did happen. Let's talk a little bit about liquidity. Obviously, a big part of any retail broker's operation. Brokers traditionally, or most of them, do like to add different LPs into the mix, but with more and more LPs in the pipeline, in the system, sometimes they run into hardships like volume consolidation and execution and consolidating quotes and everything else. How does Tools for Brokers help to kind of overcome some of these challenges for brokers? I'm sure you have perhaps some experience with your own customers and kind of how you've helped them do maybe some of that aggregation or things like that?
Well, we help them with our bridge because I think that this experience adding the new liquidity provider shouldn't be a tough case for a broker, because very often they change the liquidity providers, adding new ones for the new assets, and I think this is the responsibility actually of a technology provider to make this experience easy and easy to work with. The bridge should be very simple. So that was the approach that we used in our bridge when we were designing it, because even though this is a very sophisticated system, right, responsible for execution, price data, the experience working with it shouldn't be this tough, shouldn't be complicated.
Sure.
And we wanted to design, and I think that we designed a working tool for the brokers, for the ones the tool the brokerage team can actually use on a daily basis without getting degree in how to work with a bridging solution.
Sure, yeah.
So
makes sense.
It's a matter of their user experience. The interfaces should be simple, easy to work with, and second part I think is the support of your technology part, because you need to be there, you need to educate. Every technology is different.
Correct.
And I think that we did a great job there, because we support our clients already with educational material. It's not only the user guides. They also get our experience and knowledge through the educational sessions, which we share with them after we're on board with clients. So the last point here would be the planning, because if you change something in your setup and you want to be sure that it's going to work perfectly, seamlessly, you need to test, you need to check, to evaluate the risk. So we help them there. We test the business case. We help them to actually build their testing strategy, how it's going to affect, if it's going to affect, and after we test it thoroughly with the client, only after that we move to the real environment and apply the changes there.
I see. So you guys also recently announced a new focus on a trading ecosystem for brokers. In my impression, it's basically a set of many different tools, all packaged into one solution. Can you tell me why you guys took that approach rather than possibly individually providing each one of those tools and services on an ad hoc or an on-demand basis for brokers? I mean, because we know that some brokers, they use different technologies that might not necessarily be coherent with each other in a sense, or they may have solutions that were built many years ago, like legacy prop, as we call them, solutions, that are very difficult to replace. So could you speak more to that?
So I think that our company's unique advantage has always been the vast experience that we gained from working and creating a big number of tools for the retail brokers. And that's we have designed since 2010. We have designed more than 100 different tools, application systems. Yeah, that's a lot. You can imagine what kind of experience we gain through different business cases.
Sure. Yeah.
And we actually evolved together with our clients, because their market is rapidly changing. They have to adapt their offering to their reality, and we have to adapt our technology to their demands. So it's always back-to-back work. So through this experience, we realized that every broker on different stages of their life and their evolution has a couple of certain categories of the technology or the direction he pays attention the most. It's the risk management, it's the money management or social trading for attracting the clients, it's integration between a couple of platforms, the CRM, or even across mutual systems, and of course this is the bridging technology, which is the core of every brokerage setup. So we kept the focus there, because instead of refocusing, we want to make our products even stronger and to adapt it to their market offering, which is changing very, very fast. So I think that the brokers using and subscribing to ecosystem, they get one clear advantage and the benefit, which is compatibility of these products. If you go and get one technology here and there, at the end of the day, you might be in a situation where you have to deal with different providers.
Sure, yeah.
Sometimes like behaving, pointing to each other that it's not our fault, and even if it doesn't happen, very often technology conflicts on the level of processing the order. So, and it's not the market standards to test like gain, forces and to test technology together. So we decided we will provide a strong portfolio of solutions for the brokers. We will support them with our experience through consultancy, educational sessions, which I mentioned, and that's what we did, and that's what our brokers do nowadays. They subscribe for the entire ecosystem, and they gain not only the set of technology but our experience, because hundreds of solutions. It's like 1,000 of different business cases of a broker of any size.
And so different parts of the ecosystem, they essentially complement each other.
Yes.
And work sort of in cohesion for the broker and things like that. Wow, very, very cool, very interesting stuff. Well, Baiana, I know there's more work to be done today, but I want to thank you for your time. Thanks for inviting us to your booth, and we hope you have a good conference, and we hope to see you in person again soon.
Thank you. Thanks
you so
much
joining
for
us.
inviting me.
Thank you.
Thank you.